Yo, this is Super Max Hernandez, and you're watching Countdown City WrestleCast. Boom! I got it.
What is up, heels and baby faces? We're back.
Yes.
Nice little 2-week break.
Yes.
Recharge the batteries.
And I have returned.
This is the Countdown City WrestleCast. I'm your host, JC. With me this week is Tommy.
Yo.
And Mike.
I'm Mike, and this is 2020.
2020. Yeah.
I'm just
That's never going to get old.
I'm just proud of you sticking with it, man.
You know what? Like 3 years from now,
Consistency.
3 years from now, you should just keep saying it's 2020.
I mean, as we talked about earlier, some of the things we normally do on the show have started to go away, and they're not a part of it anymore. So we make new traditions.
Yeah, we'll get into that. Actually, we'll get into that shortly after I make the introductions here. Of
Excellent.
course, our Twitter account, @CCG_WrestleCast. And you can subscribe to the Countdown City YouTube channel.
Pointy never gets old.
Welcome
Never.
all you new subscribers who enjoyed our Royal Rumble reaction videos.
Yeah, we got a lot of views on that. Thank you.
They keep on rising. We appreciate you watching.
Every time I check it, I was like, whoa.
I feel like a lot of them had to do with Tommy's complete and utter disdain for what was going on in the men's. But
there was a few comments
Either way,
like that.
thank you.
Do you want to respond to any of the comments on that or no?
I didn't see a lot. Hold on, let me pull it
They
up.
called you racist because you're only cheering for the black people.
Okay.
He owns it. All right. Today we are previewing NXT TakeOver Portland.
Ricochet for WWE champion. So hey.
Never mind.
It could happen.
Kentucky.
I don't care. It's still black.
Thought he was Hispanic.
Who knows?
I'm just kidding.
I don't know what he does. 23andMe and all that. All right. Before we get into NXT, Mike mentioned that you had a long-standing tradition, at least some of the people at this table did, where it seemed I was the only one that liked Alexa Bliss.
All right, guys, we're going to break some kayfabe here.
Yeah.
We're going to go a little behind the scenes.
Yep.
All right.
So do you remember when you found out that, for instance, well, no, Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker probably did have heat for a while. But
Yes.
like most of the guys who you thought hated each other were actually friends and that they weren't really hating each other.
The one that blew my mind was Rock and Stone Cold.
Right? And
Yeah.
they didn't really
Steve
only
Austin and
fight.
Bret Hart.
They didn't really only hate each other once a week when they traveled to a random city.
Yes.
You ever stop and think about that, by the way?
Yeah.
Anyways, so yes, behind the scenes,
Pillman and Steve Austin.
we don't actually hate Alexa Bliss.
Liar.
It's just always been fun to give JC a hard time about it.
Yes.
Like, yeah, like she's fine, and I mean,
She fine.
She is fine.
okay, yes, there's her appearance.
Sorry.
And in general, like I'm okay with her.
Yeah.
I do think early on she got a little bit of an excessive push, but overall, I think she earned it.
No, I will agree. Early on, she did.
And she really was for a while like the strongest heel character they had.
Yeah.
But JC was into her so much it was just fun, and so we cracked on it. But
Yeah.
why do we now have to admit that we like her?
Bowling for Soup came out with a really
great
good song.
song.
It's a really good song.
Yeah, buddy.
And full disclosure, Bowling for Soup was actually one of my favorite bands. It's actually one of the first CDs I was telling them that I ever bought. And
My bad. Too loud.
it's all good.
Jesus Christ.
And the song's really catchy. She's a fan of Bowling for Soup. I can't hate a fellow Bowling for Soup fan. I just can't do it. And she was cool enough to be in the video and have fun with the video. They shot the video in Texas, where Bowling for Soup is from.
I love the weird science part.
the weird science.
That was great.
I messaged him when I saw the video. I said, "All right, JC, damn it, I'm in."
And I was like, no, there goes one of our show things. All right.
And I was trying not to. I was like, I'm in.
That's one show thing I hope. I'm very happy to see Ann, to be honest with you.
I can't even do it to clown him anymore. It's like I'm just in.
Honestly,
man,
it's like me. I am never, ever going to hate Sheamus because he put Mark Cuban through a table on Raw years ago. I can never hate him as that.
That was pretty good.
Go Spurs. You know?
Not wrong,
yeah, exactly.
I'm down with that.
Yeah, never going to hate Sheamus for that. You're never going to hate Alexa Bliss because she's a Bowling for Soup fan.
I can't now.
Yeah.
When I like, because I as a person who just loves obscure things, because I'm an obscure person, as pointed out by my family, literally everybody. The fact that I like rock music at all, first of all, was just a shock to my entire family. But like, Bowling for Soup was like one of those weird, obscure bands I thought were just really fun and catchy, and like, you know, they took themselves not too seriously. They just had fun with their music, and I love that kind of thing. And then when I find out that the person I was making fun of him for loving so much actually loved them, and I was like, I gotta like her now. It's like you can't fight the person in the trenches with you for this battle.
She even modeled her gear after the Texas
yeah,
flag,
and that made it worse. I was like, oh, she's a super fan, bruh, dang.
Yeah, all right. I guess we'll let it go.
Yeah, so
Guess we'll just trash on Mandy Rose now.
that we can do. So here's to you, Alexa Bliss jokes. We thank you for all the good times.
So happy to see y'all go. Thank you, Lord.
I think the correct statement is, I'm sorry to see you leave, but I like to watch you go. Is that what you know?
For the jokes, I'm happy to see the jokes go. But yes, yeah.
He doesn't care what.
Yeah. Anyway, I expect y'all to have a Bliss Cross applesauce T-shirt for me.
I'm actually gonna have to look into getting
Because it is
getting-
pretty
Okay,
cool.
Tommy might buy the shirt.
I actually might.
I said I'm okay with her. I'm not going all in.
I might have to go all in. I might have to give you a Bliss shirt.
Mike's gonna
because-
show up next week with the gloves. Anyway,
I'm going full in Corbin just to balance this
oh
thing
my
out.
Oh my god! No, I don't believe that for a second. Even you can't keep that up.
I can't even say it with a straight face.
he's gonna be in a motorized wheelchair coming in as King Corbin on the show.
Yeah.
You're thinking about it
Wait, motorized wheelchair?
because
Did I miss something?
No,
Because
because he
you
has people carrying him. So like the
you
easiest
can-
way for you to have a motorized.
And
Well,
wheelchair.
I was like
And
Professor
look,
X. Did I
no,
miss
no, no,
something?
no.
Look, and the budget for this show does not allow us to have.
No,
four
we
people
can't
up there.
afford extras.
Also, there's not enough of you that could carry me. So
Well, yeah, so
I mean,
Hybrid wrestling school, guys.
then you got to pay them.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
We don't have the budget
Yeah.
for that.
that
I
one
know.
champion was about to be taken out by
Jay?
So I mean,
You know, it could happen.
Richie Garcia.
Yeah,
I'm still
Richie,
calling-
he's coming for you, Richie.
I still call it 2030. Richie Garcia versus Jay.
Props to Hybrid. They had a lot of appearances on extras when WB came through Texas.
Yeah.
Jalen is currently working a circuit in Mexico, mostly with CMLL, and she's having a good time. She's been following her on social media with that. Shout outs also to Roxy, 18-year-old Laredo talent who led the conga line for No Way Jose when Raw was here in San
Yeah.
Antonio as well. And they did an article about her in the Laredo Morning Times as well. So
And
Pretty cool to see.
And she just won the ROW Diamonds Division Championship,
youngest to win a title. in ROW.
defeating High End. And I was like, that's super cool because
Yeah.
she works her tail off. So it's really cool to see that.
Hope I can one day get an interview with her because I think hers is going to be a pretty cool story.
She-
18 years
yeah.
old, she's already accomplished so much.
Yeah,
so.
try and contact her.
I'll try to.
Yeah.
To work it out whenever my wife's from Laredo, so we can try and make that trip
Yeah.
as well. So we'll see. We'll figure it out. All right. On to NXT TakeOver Portland. 6 matches on the card for this one. First of all, it's very cool that this is the first TakeOver on a Sunday. And I'm really
Yeah.
enjoying that they are getting TakeOver separate from
Another pay per view.
another pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And thank God, because this one is saying goodbye to Fastlane, because Fastlane can just go away. I never liked the pay-per-view for Fastlane.
They never.
Nothing ever really big happened on it. They
No.
just threw it in there as a break between Chamber and WrestleMania.
Which I never got. I was like, there's no point for that.
Exactly.
The Chamber should be the final stop to WrestleMania. There should be no other pay per view.
But don't you get it? We're on the fast lane to WrestleMania.
Oh my God!
now.
No,
Yeah.
we did.
Wordplay.
Too bad it was the slowest damn show.
Dude.
And honestly, up until Hell in a Cell last year, it was our worst rated pay-per-view.
Yeah, except for
So-
a couple of years where they try to throw like Roadblock in there.
Yeah,
Remember
Roadblock.
those
Yeah,
days?
those.
The glorified house show kind of
Yeah,
show.
Roadblock was weird out because like that. Those came out of nowhere. Like,
Yeah.
like what?
That'd have been funny if it was Fastlane and then Roadblock. You're like, wait a minute, there's some inconsistency here.
Yeah,
Fast
anyway.
lane to
and then
Roadblock.
Great Balls of Fire. Oh wait, they did that.
Yeah.
Not in this
Balls
time
of
period,
Fire.
but yeah.
Long time ago.
I still can't believe that was ever real.
We should do a show on failed pay-per-view names.
Oh my God! Please, yes.
All right, I have to
please
look that shit up.
We will,
All right.
I will start a list.
All right. If you have a favorite failed pay-per-view name, tweet it at us, comment below. Let's see what
Please
you got.
do.
Yes. All right. As far as TakeOver Portland, we got 6 matches on the card, and this has been a pretty cool build-up, honestly, watching this
Yeah.
weekly. The first one, Tina is not joining us, but she did send me her picks, and then she looked at the very first match. Finn Balor versus Johnny Gargano, and she said, okay, I'm going to have to come back to that because this one's difficult to pick, honestly. So she did end up picking Johnny Gargano on this one. And this is an interesting storyline because you have Finn basically coming back as a heel and Johnny Gargano returning off of injury as a big-time face, and they're just getting right into it. I really want to flip a coin on this one. What about you
Man
guys?
up.
I'm like right
Make
there
a
with you for a
choice.
second, but golly.
Anybody want to make a pick or feel like they can make
Yeah, I'm going to go Balor.
one? Mike's going Balor. All right.
I will join him in that. I'm going Balor.
All right. Only because I see him as a big returning thing, I'm going to go with Gargano. So this is kind of a big story for him. I think
We are
if he comes
split
back-
down the middle.
We are. This is
But
tough.
it's also the first match.
It is.
True.
Well, yeah, it'd be crazy. Finn Balor's opening. Finn and
We
Gargano will
assume
be
so.
opening
Is
the
that-
show. Yeah.
Is it?
We don't know. This is kind of the order I kind of put it in. You know,
I would guess the tag team match might open it.
it's possible. It seems that tends to open NXT shows. but
Yeah.
we'll see. So, street fight: Dakota Kai versus Tegan Nox. Tina's going with Dakota Kai, and I'm actually going with Tegan Nox on this one. This is one feud that can run a while. This one stems back, of course, with War Games.
Yeah.
You know, so what are you guys thinking?
I'm going to go with Dakota Kai.
All right.
Only because they had that first match a couple weeks ago, and Tegan just kind of kicked her butt, which I thought was really odd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did the first match back on NXT a couple weeks ago, so I think it's going to go back and forth. I think, Takai's going to get a little revenge. I do think it's going to keep going, but
Yeah.
I just can't see her losing again. That would be
First
kind of
NXT
weak.
Hell in a Cell.
Right.
Interesting.
Hell in the little cage.
Yeah.
Just the one
Hell
that
in
she
the
first
cage.
beat her up in.
I'll go with Dakota Kai. I just
All right.
yeah.
I'm lone wolf on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
But NXT is actually unpredictable, so you never know.
That's very true. It's kind of hard to pick this. So
Say it's predictable. It is unpredictability.
nice. My mind is blown now.
Yeah.
Like where your head's at.
NXT North American Championship. The champion Keith Lee. How
Still
great is it to say
Still
that?
sounds weird, but
Defending
yeah.
against Dominic Dijakovic. Tina's going Keith Lee. I'm going Keith Lee. I think we're all a bit of
I'm
San Antonio
going-
homers here.
I'm
Texas
going
homers.
Keith Lee.
We're all going Keith Lee.
I think
That was
it's
an
too
easy one.
soon. I mean, they
Yeah.
just. I mean, he just unseated Strong, and
there
that's
would have
kind.
been no purpose to do
Yeah,
that.
because that's
Yeah.
kind of a big deal to unseat. Well, to defeat anyone in UE right now is just a big deal.
Yeah.
So,
I expect this to be a good match, though. A bit of a show.
yeah,
stealer.
with these two, they're. I think they don't care who wins anymore. They're trying to just make sure everyone else looks bad compared to them.
It's kind of nice.
Yeah,
It makes it competitive. You're really trying to everyone else to step up.
been their thing ever since PWG that one time.
Now, this one I think is going to be very hard, at least for Tommy, to pick. The NXT Tag Team Championship. Defending Undisputed Era against the winners of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, the Broserweights, Matt Riddle and Pete Dunne. Tina is sticking with the Undisputed
I
Era.
knew she would.
Yep, of course she is. So, Mike, what do you got?
I'm going Broserweights. I think, and this will kind of go into a future pick too. I think this is kind of the show where the Undisputed Era kind of falls apart,
Oh, boy.
or at least their gold. So
Yeah. Tommy? I know he likes Pete Dunne. That's why I'm making him.
Good. Yeah, I really do.
Well, let me throw this out there. I am going to pick the Broserweights. I'm kind of with you on that as well. I think all the hype around this team, surprisingly, like two guys just throw together and they,
Yeah.
two
Well-
different personalities, but they make a great tag team.
Yeah,
so.
and same. Yeah, I'll go with the Broserweights because
Okay.
I've been feeling
peer
like
pressure.
Pure pressure.
ever since their loss at Worlds Collide, I've been thinking maybe this was the cracks in the armor.
Yeah. Now, this match is interesting to me. NXT Women's Championship. Rhea Ripley defending against Bianca Belair. And kind of the big thing is Rhea is kind of looking forward to this one, looking ahead, challenging Charlotte already to take her up on her offer to wrestle at WrestleMania.
Yeah,
And kind of leaving Bianca caught in the middle. They had a pretty cool promo this past Wednesday.
yeah. That
Yeah.
yeah. When I posted a picture of her, someone said that they didn't like her gimmick, but then that happened on Wednesday. I was like, how can you not love this? This is amazing.
So Tina is going with Rhea Ripley. I think she's hell sent on Rhea defending at WrestleMania against Charlotte, and Charlotte taking up on the challenge.
Yeah.
I'm kind of with her on that one. I do think Bianca, she's going to have a great showing. She seems to always put such a great showing in these high profile matches, but She'll be a champion, just not yet. So I'm going with Rhea Ripley as well. Mike?
Yeah, I think I am. I'm going to go with Rhea too. I've heard there's a slight chance of them think of making it a triple threat with Bianca, and that's why she kind of got involved on NXT. But I don't know.
Maybe it depends how this match finishes. You think Charlotte would get involved with it somehow?
I think she'll show up definitely,
Yeah.
one way or another.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'll go with Ripley for right now. We'll see how it goes.
All right. And Tommy?
I'll go with Ripley. If I'll go with Ripley too. But if this was any other scenario where like Charlotte didn't have anything to do with this, I actually would have picked Belair. Just because I think they want to keep people guessing. But I think
Like if this wasn't leading up to WrestleMania kind of thing?
Yeah, if this wasn't leading up to WrestleMania, and if it wasn't for like Rhea going directly after Charlotte and the rumors that was going to happen anyway. So, but I honestly would have picked Belair. But I'm going Rhea Ripley for now.
How cool was it to see Rhea show up on Raw to just confront Charlotte about it? Just
Yeah, that was
Raw
kinda
or
cool.
SmackDown? I forget. It was Raw, right?
It was Raw.
It was Raw.
It was Raw, yeah. So-
I don't know. I just like the fact that NXT people will get more screen time. Period.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, honestly, after Survivor Series, they kind of forgot that whole, they're 3 equal brands now. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, they
Like it just
did.
dropped off, so it was
And
kind of nice to see it.
all it took was some talent to get stranded in Saudi Arabia for a bit for them to kind of get forefront. Let's be honest here. I mean,
Yeah.
that was kind of a blessing in disguise for
mean,
NXT. And
I mean,
we kind of look forward to that.
Yeah, I was
going
gonna
to
say, I say, what could happen in 2 more weeks?
It could happen.
Crap, not again.
Yeah.
Adam, you aren't breaking up for the 3 weeks.
Don't
We need you
worry.
guys to come over.
Even
here.
if they get stuck again, you know Corbin and Reigns are going to make it because that's never going to end.
Good God, please end, man.
Everybody else is gonna get stuck. They're gonna make it back.
Yeah.
2-hour Iron Man match. Go.
And at
Lowest
that,
rated
and I-
SmackDown on Fox
and at
ever.
that point, I literally hope the entire NXT locker room, trainees, referees, everyone rushes into SmackDown and just for the love of God,
people
kicks the-
trying out at the Performance Center,
and
not
wait,
even signed
and
yet.
wait, no one touches Roman. They just all kick the crap
Yeah.
out of the court, and Roman's just like,
Hey, I know we just fired you, but can you come and just work real quick?
Enzo and Cass, I need
Oh
a
my
favor real
God.
quick.
The vaudevillains show back up.
Oh
again.
my God.
Hey Moxley, just for 15 minutes, brother.
No way.
Can you come beat up Corbin?
We'll get to Moxley.
Jericho. Bring the bubbly.
Bring a little bit of bubbly and that Sammy guy and come beat up Corbin.
Nah, leave Sammy at home. It's cool.
Oh my God.
Cody, we're sorry. Come beat up Corbin real
You
quick.
could even use your Rhodes name on the show.
Yeah.
The Young Bucks could even kick him. I just don't care anymore.
Anyways, on to the next match.
That's Tommy's version of fantasy booking.
Are you? Yes.
Yes, all right. On to the main event.
Start
or
my
what
own
should be
fake
the
channel
main
with
event.
Triple H's voice.
NXT Championship, Adam Cole defending against Tommaso Ciampa. Tina's picking Adam Cole. I'm wearing the t-shirt. I'm also picking Adam Cole. Baby.
Baby.
So, Tommy, who you got?
I'm picking Mr. No One Will Survive to Muscle Ciampa. Yep.
boy.
I'm
You
calling.
have the Undisputed Era walking out with no goals. this week.
I'm saying it. Yes.
I'm right there with him.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think, like I said, I think this is the show where it all kind of falls apart for them. And I think their storyline going forward is how they deal with it and is there internal strife. And
See, I feel like with Cole coming off being named Wrestler of the Year and all that stuff, it's like, oh, come on. I think you got to give him some gold.
but all the better story because it's the fall from grace for all of them.
Yeah.
My theory that I just thought of this. What if they all do lose? Start blaming each other, but then they settle it in a fatal 4-way at WrestleMania.
With what's on the line, though.
Just the right to be called the best. I mean, it's these 4.
Yeah, but you can't. I don't see Fish and O'Reilly fighting each other. That's the only thing.
I can, but that's fair. But I can totally
With
see
so
it.
much history between them, it's hard to see them battling it one on one. You know.
That's.
So,
I mean, I get it, but I can totally see it.
Yeah.
But
I'd be cool with that though.
yeah, but I don't know. But see, for me, like how they push Ciampa in NXT, you know, he's already always the top guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he just doesn't have the belt. He's like, in a way, he's kind of like that kind of figure, like Roman Reigns, John Cena, or guys like him. Doesn't have the belt, but still the guy.
see, and I think if Ciampa's gonna take it, it would be at WrestleMania. It would be against Adam Cole at that point in some sort of gimmick match. Like I feel like Undisputed Era will get involved and keep the title. on Cole.
So you feel like this is going to be the 16-hour WrestleMania year finally, where they start right after.
I was shooting more for 15 and a half, but yeah, you're on the idea. So
The pre-show for WrestleMania Hollywood has already started.
yeah, it has. While the
I
stadium,
can't say you're wrong.
yeah, while the stadium is still under construction, they're already letting fans in.
And
So.
then, wait, okay. So I was right. The stadium is still under construction,
It
right?
is
It's not even done yet.
It's not even done yet. And if I'm
Okay.
not mistaken,
Okay.
the Super Bowl is going to be there next year or 2 years. I think because the Rams and the Chargers
Okay, because
play there.
I thought I was crazy when I looked at it. I was
No.
like, is it still under construction?
No, it's still.
I thought I like legit was looking
They've
at
got a year and 3 months to finish it.
because I looked at like one link, and so I thought I clicked the wrong thing, and it was like I looked at like an older one. Oh, it's not even done yet. Okay, I clicked the wrong thing. I'm stupid, and I just forgot to look it up later. So
No,
it's not done
It
yet.
is the brand new stadium. The Rams will be there. The Chargers will be there. This was part of the deal with the Rams moving to Los Angeles. They're going to get a brand new stadium.
Okay.
So this is the stadium they're building. The
Okay.
Chargers move there. They're going to
Okay.
be tenants. Yeah. I mean, it looks like a pretty amazing state-of-the-art stadium, which my only gripe is the whole damn thing looks like it's made of glass in the middle of earthquake country. Why? That's my only thing with gripe with the stadium. Like a little bit of practical there.
Because no one watched San Andreas except me multiple times.
My wife loved that movie. We used to
It's a
watch
great
it.
movie. Yeah, I love
You
that
know.
movie. It's-
Not only that, but I remember the World Series getting postponed because of an earthquake in
Yeah.
San Francisco area. So it's like, come on now. But hey, it's gonna be a
What's
nice
the worst
stadium.
that could? I'm not going to finish that.
Yeah,
Segment.
but
Anyways,
So, I mean, obviously, barring any crazy construction delays, it's going to be ready to go, I think, A, for the Super Bowl and B, for WrestleMania.
yeah.
And Vince has a tendency to do that. He will book a WrestleMania sometimes the same year or the year after a Super Bowl was there.
Yeah.
So you can see what the Super Bowl was and make sure that doesn't happen. Everyone remembers WrestleMania 30 in New Orleans, which took place a few months after the Super Bowl was there, where the power went out shortly after the second half.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
made sure there's no power grid issues during WrestleMania, right? So,
Better make sure.
anyway, that's our preview for NXT TakeOver Portland. Pretty short, I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, well.
6
yeah.
matches. If there's any more
That
that
was an
get
extra
added,
match than usual.
yeah.
Actually, yeah.
So this it starts at the normal pay-per-view time. It's on a Sunday, which is really cool. I'm actually looking forward to seeing that, especially because the next day is President's Day and I don't have to work. We got the day off.
Yeah, we
Yes.
got to do stupid meetings.
I don't know if I'm off or not. I gotta double check.
Yeah, double check that. So
Yeah.
we'll check on that. So, real quickly, I know we took a couple weeks to just kind of take a break. There were a lot of title changes over the last couple weeks.
Yeah.
And we just want to call those out pretty quickly.
Yeah.
First off, in WWE, Braun Strowman. A lot of people were wondering when in the heck is Shinsuke Nakamura going to defend his Intercontinental title because apparently
Look what happens when he does.
Yeah, he only successfully defended it 3 times since he won it. Finally defended against Strowman, and Strowman wins. He's the new IC title. Last past Monday, Riddick Moss, who, yes, I know, won the
Okay.
24/7 title.
I was the same way.
Never openweight title, Shingo Takagi wins that, and the Guerrillas Destiny win back the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Championship.
Which came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'll come back to it. That's fine.
Some of the biggest news, though, is that Ring of Honor has announced they are bringing back the Pure Wrestling Championship with
And
the tournament
that's-
starting in April.
Damn it, they got me again. I was like, son of a.
My biggest question is why?
I think because they just had an online poll and everyone said, yeah, bring it back.
Bring it back?
Yeah.
After you merged it with the world title?
They put it up on their Facebook and on their Twitter. Should the Pure title come back? And everyone said yes. There was like an overwhelming amount of support for saying bring it back. I think probably because guys like Jonathan Grisham, who was like the guy you envision when you think about the Pure title, is still there.
And he had that match recently, Pure Rules.
Yeah.
I think he won.
So I think that was just they were just like okay because at this point they're just doing anything to keep people watching.
Hey, you know what? That's cool, but give me a freaking scoreboard with everything going up on the screen when you broadcast this stuff, because a lot of that stuff.
That's a good idea.
For casual fans and trying to get a Ring of Honor, the Pure Rules can get a little confusing.
Yeah, you're right.
So you got to make sure you really lay it
Unless
out
they
there.
like simplify them, like
Yeah.
like no more like because like I know one rule was like a closed fist cost you a warning if you remove that rule and just the 3 rope breaks like that kind of thing, then
Yeah.
Yes, Pure Wrestling for Dummies is what we need.
Someone should write that book. Tommy, I nominate you.
finally my time has arrived.
If you can't write that much, we bring back Cliff Notes just for that. So,
My people need me.
so those are the major titles we had in the last couple weeks.
when they did change hands, it finally aired.
Yes, so obviously, yeah, I forgot to mention that. We had kind of teased it that it was worth it to watch Impact over the next few weeks. It finally aired today. We're recording this on Tuesday. Jordan Grace is now the Knockouts champion, knocking off Taya Valkyrie. Thank the Lord. Tina was so very happy when that news came out. We were reading some results.
I'm
as
just a
well.
huge Jordan Grace fan, so I'm just happy.
I'm very excited for her to win that.
I mean,
so.
I'm a big fan of hers, and I'm also a big fan of Taya not being the women's champion. So. A little bit
Yeah.
of both.
Honestly, it kind of lays in the line. I think some people have teased that Taya would get a shot at Tessa Blanchard down the road. maybe. We'll see. Or is Taya going to leave, jump ship, and possibly join her husband in WWE?
The thing is, right, how they're setting it up is like all the other champions are challenging Ty, because I know Ace Austin, who actually will be here at the end of this month.
This month, or is it this weekend? Oh, it's this month, right?
It's this month.
Yeah.
Because actually, I double checked, and he's actually putting the X Division title on the line when he's here.
Ooh,
at Heavy Metal.
Wrestling.
Yeah.
Nice.
Also, if we're gonna
Hide your wives,
sneak
guys.
For real. The guy's not going.
some sneak preview. Speaking of from last set of tapings recently, I don't know if you saw this, but in the coming weeks, a couple of Impact characters are getting character changes.
Oh boy.
I did hear something
Tell
like
me
that.
after the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
So some
I did hear
people
something.
that are really well known, especially on the internet, for having certain types of matches are getting character changes, and it could be kind of interesting.
Oh, I think I do get talk about. Yeah, but we'll talk about it. Yeah,
We'll talk about it afterward, yeah.
So keep an eye out.
Keep an eye out.
Or go read the dirt sheets. It's all over.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you want spoilers.
Tomato.
We're not going to spoil it here for you because you know there's people out there that want to be surprised when it's on TV. But if you really want to know, find your best
I'm
wrestling news
sometimes
website.
like that. I was like, but I'm back and forth. It's like, oh, I want to be surprised. Otherwise, but other times I'm like, nah, tell me.
Yeah.
I don't mind being surprised, but like I follow so many wrestling things, I can't be like. There's always
Yeah.
Same.
It's always out there
Same.
as soon as it happens. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, this is gonna. Well, before we get into 1 minute warning, we want to talk a little bit about some of the other shit that's going on here. First of all, why in the hell is Goldberg challenging the Fiend? I think that is the dumbest idea, personally.
Because the blood money shows always have to have over the top stars, and
I'm just
there's
like,
another tournament going on.
okay, you can't really book this a good way because it's like, all right, if Goldberg wins, you destroyed everything you've built up with the Fiend about how he's unstoppable. Then again, if the Fiend wins and it's like, oh, he's this force that can stop Goldberg, when it's like, usually it takes everyone like 3 or 4 matches to build that up, you know? So I know Goldberg wants a do-over after he got concussed in his last match against Undertaker in Saudi Arabia, but
They could have booked him against anybody else.
yeah, you could have done something else. The Fiend, it just doesn't make any sense. It's probably going to be under the heat lamp, so we know the Fiend's going to win at this point. So,
Do you really want a heat lamp in the Middle East?
they did it last time,
That's a good point.
so I mean, we'll see. You had something. I don't know if you wanted to. There's something we talked about.
I'm gonna get into it a little bit with my 1 minute warning. If y'all want to talk about y'all's thoughts on it, that's fine.
We'll wait till your 1 minute warning then.
Okay.
So, we'll kind of get into that now. Tina wasn't here, but she wrote down a few notes that me for wanting to cover for her 1 minute warning, just a few bullet points. So we'll get the clock started right now, and I'll just run through them real quick. I don't even think it's going to take the full minute. That's the wrong app. That's the calculator.
Are you gonna add the time together?
No.
1, 2, 3.
That's going to be long.
That's what
All
she
right.
said.
First off, she wants to send her congrats to both of the Bella twins who are actually pregnant and are due a week and a half apart, actually. So
That's crazy.
that is crazy, right? Twin magic. It's a whole new level. Speaking of babies, Mike Bennett and Maria Kanellis, Carver Mars Bennett. What?
You said Mike. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, not you. They have a baby boy now as well, so we have Moon and Mars as their middle names. So
You sure Mike's some father? I mean,
hey,
sorry.
you never know.
Sorry.
Tina is very happy to see Ruby Riott return. Likes the new hair color. She's hoping that there's an end, finally, to the Lana Rusev and Lashley saga.
Don't we all?
Yes. Welcome back to the Velveteen Dream. And her final thing she says is she read a news report that there's rumor that the Iconics are getting repackaged, and she has one word for that.
I saw that too.
Dumb.
Yes.
Please don't
completely
let that
I
happen. I
completely
think we can
disagree
all
with
agree
that, yeah.
the Iconics are great the way they are. There's no need to repackage them.
Yeah.
They're great. They have the charisma. The fans are behind it. Why? Why would you?
I don't know why they're not on TV. They're like one of the funniest things
like,
WWE has.
It's like they're trying to repackage them, saying like it's their fault that they're not on TV. No, you don't book them, you idiots. So it's like,
I'm sure they were dealing with injuries, but come on, bring them back.
Yeah, but
the tag team division needs something right now.
yeah, you do it. And
What are you gonna repackage them into?
I don't know.
Are they gonna come out like female bushwhackers because they're from Australia or something?
Oh God, I hope not.
Las Matadoras. Just throwing that out there. Probably not gonna happen.
No, what's so sad? No, the sad part is that you could be right. This is Vince we're talking about. Literally, that could happen.
A couple Australian bullfighters. That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
All right. Who wants to go next?
Kids. Oh, no,
Wow.
Yeah, you can go next.
You kind of teased you had something. Wow. Ready?
Right.
Go.
So if you go back and watch some of our episodes from last year leading up to WrestleMania, we spent a lot of time talking about how WWE just really messed up what should have been a really simple women's main event. The first one for WrestleMania with Becky, Ronda, and then Charlotte. So this year comes along last night, and a lot of speculation about Shayna showing up to fight Becky. And lo and behold, she shows up, attacks her after the Oscar match, and I'm like, here we go. They're going to get this started. And then
Why?
she bites her on the neck. Why do you have to complicate what? Like, she's one of the most fearsome MMA wrestlers that have come around. She's honestly more fearsome than Ronda because she's been doing it for like 3 years now. Why do you have to bite her neck? I get it's a visual with blood, but Jesus Christ. I'm sorry.
just had her bust
Why
open.
are you
Okay.
complicating this? Come in, have her choke her out, beat her up, let her get over on Becky for a couple weeks, make her look like a force.
Not a dark force.
I don't even
know.
Like, so apparently their new annual thing is we're just going to make the women's main event really dumb and complicated.
Look, the way I see it now, Becky Lynch is going to dress up like Blade at this point.
That's where you go. Or, I mean, women power, so maybe Buffy.
or maybe
Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Slayer.
or maybe Buffy and Blade walk out with Becky to the ring.
Sorry.
If Wesley Snipes at WrestleMania, this is one way to bring him in.
Man,
I agree.
That
It's
I'd be
dumb,
okay with.
because I can't decide.
But-
I can't decide if Shayna's a vampire or a chupacabra at this point. So
I can't decide why it was ever a good idea to do that. I just can't imagine the board meeting where any of this was like cleared. Like yes, that's the direction we should take this character.
You know what else I want to see? After we see that meeting, I want to see Shayna get that news.
Yes,
okay.
I want to see. Yeah.
Oh, so I gotta take this blood tablet, and then I'm gonna pretend to bite her neck.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
how does that make any sense?
I don't know.
Because my thing is, okay, one, like Shayna, because like I'm from watching the Cultaholic IWGP history ranking video, which is fantastic, by the way. Like the word Enochiism has just been floating in my head like for the past like 3 days now, and like Shayna is living proof of Enochiism. If she could have been around when Antonio Inoki was running New Japan, he'd have absolutely created a women's division right away, and she would have been the only champion. But that it's like she was already a force. All she needed was a better finisher. But and it was like, why? Why is she biting for that? Because full disclosure, I wasn't watching Raw because again, just not trying to say that. I just forgot it was on.
I think we were busy, and then all of a sudden,
Apparently, I was the only one watching it at the moment because it happens.
I think we were getting the kids to bed or something.
and I just group text WTF.
Yeah.
What's that?
And they're like, "What happened?"
And then he told us, and I was like, and I knew he wasn't lying because like he wouldn't lie about something like that because like that's too crazy to not be true. And I was like, I hope it's not as bad as I think it is. And unfortunately, I was right because it was worse.
It's funny. It's either one of two things. Either Vince made a dumb booking decision or Stephanie McMahon
Like-
is on TV. If Mike is sending that message, to be honest here, it's one of two things.
Oh, yeah, and just to kind of tie it back to the beginning of the show, that's not kayfabe. I really can't stand it. It's not Alexa.
Oh yeah,
that's
oh,
not
yeah.
an Alexa Bliss.
The
thing.
Alexa Bliss thing was really because like she really
was-
is she
we're
really is good,
okay
and we were
with
just making
Alexa
fun of
Bliss.
him. No, he honestly can't stand Stephanie McMahon.
Like she may be a great human being in real life, but I do not need her on my TV ever, ever,
Yeah. He like
ever.
that's real. I can confidently tell you that's real.
All right, Tommy, let's move into yours. Do you have something?
Actually,
There's a lot of news out of New Japan. I have one thing. I didn't want to mention it because I want to saving it for you because I figured you might talk about it.
There's a couple of New Japan things, but yeah, I'll talk about since New Beginning just passed. Yes. Let's do it.
Okay, cool. Ready?
Yep.
Say it. Go.
First of all, New Beginning is always a fantastic show because after New Year's Dash, it really is the next step of what's coming next. Like New Year's Dash, right after Wrestle Kingdom is like the setup. New Beginning is like when you see everything start to make sense. First of all, Naito, hell of a match with Kenta. His face was literally cut open. And then, of course, Moxley beating Suzuki, which kind of surprised me. But then Zack Sabre freaking Jr. Oh my God, I love the guy because he got him into a submission and then talk crap about him backstage, and it's just fantastic. And Kota Ibushi and Hiroshi Tanahashi might be forming a tag team and going after God. Just great stuff. And I came because like besides Shingo Takagi winning the Never Openweight Championship, which I'm so thrilled with, and Toru Yano stealing the Never Openweight 6-man tag belts. They defended.
I love Toriano.
They defended them at Korakuen Hall, and like Bushi said, we won the match. Where are our belts? And a fan yelled, Yano stole them. He said, Yano stole them. And you just see his face like, Jesus Christ. He's like, fine, we'll defend them again. Because the funny part was Ryusuke Taguchi was out there distracting them while he snatched the belt, and like he grabbed Shingo's Never Openweight, the singles belt. He threw it back at him, and then they ran out of Korakuen.
That's awesome.
Then the new beginning, Sho and Yo defended the junior tag belts, and then their coach Rocky said he'd tag team with Ryusuke to challenge them, and I was like, well, damn, is chaos still a thing or what? Jeez.
Speaking of him, I think Rocky must have gone back home because there was a picture posted of the OC, Carl Anderson and with Rocky.
Yeah.
The old talking shop groups.
Yeah, they I refuse to believe that they don't always have fun with their each other.
I'm sure they do.
Well,
they probably do.
Ring of Honor's making me want to go to Vegas on the 14th of March because they're actually doing a past and present day, and the Havana Pit Bulls are reuniting for one night, and I'm just like, how do I get to Vegas?
That's interesting because I know TNA or Impact is bringing back like a TNA one night only show. Multiple TNA talent,
and that one looks really good too.
That does. So
I guess people are realizing, hey, you guys remember the things that we did when they really worked and people liked us?
Yeah.
Let's do those things again.
Give me a 6-sided ring and let's get Jeff Jarrett back in there with his old music.
I wish.
God.
Oh man,
Jarrett's going over.
I love Jeff Jarrett's old music because it was so irritating. I love this music because it was so irritating.
Yeah.
Yes,
and I think that was, and I know that was on purpose. I was like, this is the worst music ever, and I love the psychology behind it.
And Abyss was the best music ever.
Abyss's song was
great.
so good.
Yeah,
man,
I missed that Abyss. That dude.
His theme, AJ Styles theme, Ravens, and America's Most Wanted.
Yes,
those are my
Sorry
top.
About your damn luck.
Those are my top 4 favorite themes from TNA.
Beer
Money.
All right.
Real quick, there's this old interview with David Richards and Kevin Steen. You can probably find it on like eBay or something like that, or even online now at this point. And they were like reading tweets that a guy who took over David Richards' old Twitter account took it over, and everyone thought it was still David Richards. He was tweeting stuff out, and one of them was, "Why can't Beer Money just reunite?" And Kevin Steen lost his shit and ran off camera laughing. He said, "I didn't see that one before." It was so good. Like just see him like that happy was amazing.
Yep.
Sorry, go ahead.
All right, so mine, I'm going to be talking about something that's really pissed me off over the last week. And I'm not a political person at all, but this is something that I saw on Twitter that really just annoyed me.
Oh, that, yeah.
I'm calling out Congressman Tim Ryan from Ohio.
Yep, here we go.
Who tweeted, I walked out of the State of the Union. I've had enough. It's like watching professional wrestling. It's all fake. First of all, you piece of shit. I don't give a crap about your politics. I don't give a crap about the State of the Union. I know you're a Democrat. Our president's Republican. I don't care. What I do care about is you're trying to bring professional wrestling into the bullshit that you guys have going on Capitol Hill. Let's face it. The impeachment shit was a waste. You knew he was never going to get out of office. It's on political lines. You just wasted taxpayer money. Honestly, I'm glad I'm not in your district because I wouldn't have voted for you anyway. My point is this. Don't bring this into it, okay? Yep. People get into wrestling sports to get away from the politics of it, and you're trying to drag this back in and make this some sort of issue about, oh, I gotta insult something else because I don't like what's going on in the fake news world of politics and Washington, D.C. and all that shit. Keep wrestling out of it. We enjoy this too much. We don't need politicians involved with it. It's bad enough that there is a now politician in the WWE Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that doesn't help.
It's annoying, even though the Hall of Fame, let's face it, for right now, it's just another event for them to sell tickets.
True.
Pro wrestling is more real than some of the shit you guys are doing on Washington. Let's face it. I don't care what goes on. I don't care how much you're lobbying. I don't care what you're spending to try and get elected. We're enjoying this. It's a lot of fun. It's more real than this shit you guys got going on. I can't stress that enough. Leave wrestling out of it. Pro wrestling real. Politicians are fake.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not going to lie. I found it hilarious how much that upset people because
And actual wrestlers too.
you know that guy hasn't seen wrestling since like Hogan and Savage.
You know,
wait.
You so like
But Jim Ross's
that's just like I know I saw
Jim Ross,
too.
what was his
Yeah,
response?
yeah.
Go ahead and read that.
Jim Ross's response was the best one, which was why I put it on my Instagram.
Yes.
So Jim Ross said, like many of your fellow professional politicians, this statement is ill-advised and ignorant. Oh, it gets better. Don't lump my profession into yours. Your profession has become embarrassing on both sides of your beloved aisle. Public servants, that's laughable. Jim Ross is our leader now, and I will hear nothing against this good man,
Wait.
this sainted man.
Did he call him by the right name though? Because
Wow.
At this point, he can call me the wrong name. I don't care.
okay, I don't want to jump on him, but I have to mention this. I don't know if you saw Dynamite last week when Scorpio Sky was in the match.
Oh no.
And he called him Too Cold Scorpio.
No, I did hear that.
And then he tried to like bring it around to like, I was in the back earlier today and I was talking about Too Cold Scorpio.
Hey, it's fine. It's fine. It's JR. He's enough of a legend. He can make a few mistakes.
At this point, I think it's like for guys like Scorpio Skies, like that's hilarious. That's absolutely funny.
And I'll take it because Too Cold
Yeah.
Scorpio was amazing.
First of all, I was like, it's like if I can be confused for anybody, I would want it to be Too Cold Scorpio.
The funny part is you might be going to AEW Dynamite tomorrow in Austin.
Yeah.
Expect JR to get booed because when you're in Austin, JR always gets booed because he comes out to the OU song.
Yeah, he does.
You know he's gonna do it again.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I think we were there for a Raw when he came out.
And do you remember the Shawn Michaels one
Yes.
when he was like,
Yeah,
Just
it
to
was.
get the- just to
First
get
of
the
all, it was
pops.
great. It was great because JR comes out. OU song is playing in the middle of the Frank Irwin Center, so he's getting booed. Here comes the King, and Lawler's like, doing that, and then commercial break. Shawn Michaels, how about them horns? And JR went with it. He pulled up. He knew he was going to be a heel in town, so it was great. But,
Yeah, it's in some way Texas can be like Bizarro Canada. Some days we just cheer and boo at random. It's just like sometimes, sometimes it don't make sense to us, but everyone else is like, we don't get it. So
just keep the politics out of it, man. I mean,
yeah,
there's enough politics in wrestling sometimes. Keep the Capitol Hill shit out of it, please.
yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna call it fake, call it like boxing or something. I mean, come on.
That's true.
or call it football whenever the Patriots are in the Super Bowl.
Oh,
Hey-o.
Didn't happen this year because
Or-
you're welcome, America. My Titans beat them.
You're welcome.
oh, JC, you know where we were gonna go next
What?
if we're talking about cheaters like the Patriots.
No one said anything about cheaters. We
No,
still
we did.
champs, bitches. All right,
See, I can't make fun of Alexa Bliss now, so I have to go after other things.
that's fine.
So weird.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's really the end of an era.
I'm so
really is.
happy the era's gone.
Rip, making fun of Alexa.
Rip, yeah.
20 whatever to 2020.
Yes. Go outside. I'm gonna go outside and pour a little out for the homies who didn't make it.
Hashtag Alexa Bliss fans for life.
Although I was surprised.
Yeah. I'm in.
Look,
I can't help it.
I
can't help
appreciate
it.
that. I'm not saying I really actually hate her, but I'm not like she's not the number one on my list. So let's slow it down there a bit. Although I was surprised, I know, I was surprised someone in our wrestling group chat didn't make comments about her.
Yeah.
You know
Oh,
where
I
we
was
go.
talking about that too.
You
Yeah.
know where I'm going.
He always goes that road.
You know where I'm going.
Yeah. No, she's not my number one still, but
Yeah, like let's calm down. I'm not
She's not my
I'm not
number one.
cosplaying Alexa Bliss now or something.
Yeah.
All right, she's there's still several ways.
I think that should be the line for
I'm
all
just
of us.
not- I
Actually,
don't
we
hate
should. I don't
her.
think anyone should cosplay as Alexa Bliss. Actually,
Like, hey, I'm too tall. B, I need to lose
Hey,
more weight.
be like Xavier Woods, man. He's like it don't matter, gender bend them. Or
I respect.
whatever.
Well, that's actually a good point. I respect it, but I respect Xavier Woods. But that's my line.
NXT TakeOver Portland is this Sunday, February 16th at 6 p.m. Central Time. I believe the kickoff is going to be either 5 or 5:30. Not sure yet. They probably decided that day for all we know. It's at the Moda Center in Portland, Oregon, and it is exclusively on the WWE Network.
So would this count as the pre-show for WrestleMania this year, or will Super
I
Show?
think that already started.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So right after the Rumble, that's the pre-show's already started then.
Yeah, or like the Raw before Rumble is the
Okay.
pre-show to
Okay.
WrestleMania.
Okay. Cool.
Please, dear God, I hope WrestleMania's not 7 hours again. That was a long...
That was a long.
Okay, honestly, at this point, I really hope there's a WrestleMania in London because then it'll start at like 12 o'clock in the afternoon for us. Please.
Yeah.
You
not
know,
wrong.
I wouldn't mind a WrestleMania in London, to be honest with you. I think it's time for them to go overseas.
I'm really waiting for the day they do 2 nights of WrestleMania like New Japan did Wrestle Kingdom.
See, I don't want that because I
But
feel
think
like
they
it takes
might.
away from the event.
I know, but I
Do
feel
they
like
have
might.
tents so the fans can just camp? No one's gonna want to leave after night one. Let's be honest here.
You're not wrong.
You know,
You're true. You're right.
I mean, I'm taking a sleeping bag. I'm sleeping there.
You just sleep in the stadium.
Yeah, bring it.
Hello, Mr. JC.
I'm sneaking in cooler with my own food, so you know. Just hope it's an indoor stadium. So yeah, I think it's time. Well, on the side note, I do think it's time WrestleMania went overseas and what's in London. I think that'd be really cool.
I think they're really cool.
You know, WrestleMania
You
at Wembley
know,
Stadium.
given current circumstances, it's going to be in the Middle East before it goes to England.
Oh God, I hope not.
Ah, dang it!
Greatest
you're right.
WrestleMania.
Ah, I didn't think about that. You're probably
Please, God,
right.
no.
Crap.
That's not a good thing. Not yet, anyway. Anyway,
Anyway,
our Twitter account at @CCG_WrestleCast.
There we go.
You can subscribe to the Countdown City Geeks YouTube channel. And if you're a Tim Ryan supporter and you want to just talk shit about all the stuff I just said, I really don't care. Leave a comment. I'm fine. I'm probably not going to read them. I got nothing.
Oh, no.
I don't know what his policies are. I'll be honest
no.
with you. Just leave my hobby out of it. I don't give
yeah.
a shit.
Oh
I'm not in
no.
Ohio. I don't
if
care.
you like Tim Ryan, please leave a comment. I will read them. Those comments I want to see.
Better question. If you know who Tim Ryan is, let us know. I know who he was too. I'll just start talking about that. And I saw it all over the internet. So.
Yeah, just Ohio Congressman, 13th District. That's all I know about him. Okay. I really don't care. Democrat, probably.
He is.
Based on his tweet.
Yeah.
Next week, we'll be recapping NXT TakeOver Portland and reading some of the comments for everyone that's giving me shit for saying something about Tim Ryan. If anybody from Ohio is even watching this. So
Aim them directly at JC.
Well, if we're going to jump
I
on
can
this
take it.
wagon, I hate the Houston Rocket. Houston fans, say something about it. Go Spurs, go! You're going to lose in the playoffs anyways, and we're going to get a lottery pick. Boom.
I think everyone knows that I hate Brock Lesnar.
hey, we got to
so
win on the road
continue.
trip finally. So thank God, you know. Meanwhile, my Avalanche are tearing it up
And
to the cup, baby. Let's go.
And
Stanley
everyone
Cup.
knows I hate Brock Lesnar. And if you can defend him, for the love of God, please comment. Give me your best defense. I welcome it. And I will counter you point for point, I promise. Oh, no. And caveat, it has to be current Brock Lesnar. You can't use 2002, 2004 Brock Lesnar. That Brock Lesnar was actually good. You can't cheat. This Lesnar.
One very cool story that came out fairly recently. There was a Raw that was in danger of getting canceled because of the snowstorm in Salt Lake City. And
yeah.
Corey Graves told a story about how years ago when there was a Raw that was in Connecticut that got canceled because of a snowstorm, Lesnar was there traveling because it was right after the Rumble or something. And he paid to have a bar open so that everyone would be taken care of, like all the talent that was kind of stranded. So that was really cool on his part.
Well,
It
see,
was
him
nice
as
to
a
hear that.
person, I don't mind. It's
Yeah.
it's him in the booking that's trash.
I agree.
In all fairness, he's probably already used all his 2020 and 2021 dates leading up to this WrestleMania, so
Well,
we might
shit.
see him for a while.
You got to change the booking around. God damn it.
Hashtag Mr. Most Days Off.
There it is. It all comes back to that. These next few weeks are going to be ramping up as we get into WrestleMania season. There's a lot going on. There's TakeOver. We got an AEW pay-per-view. We're getting into Chamber, Super Showdown.
Guess you could say we're on the fast lane to WrestleMania.
No, we
Thank
couldn't.
God,
And
this lane is not happening.
no, we couldn't. And you shut your mouth.
We're going to stop right there. Over here, we got Mike.
What was one of my other catchphrases? Maybe we're getting out. No fear in
There
2020.
you go. Over here, we got Tommy.
Thanks, God.
And I'm JC. Together, we're Alexa Bliss fans for life. And as always, pro wrestling is real. People are fake.
We're
So if you want to subscribe to the channel, click right here.
And if you want to watch more WrestleCast videos, I got 3 words for you. Click right here.